Michael J. Fox was born Michael Andrew Fox on June 9, 1961 in Edmonton, the fourth of 5 children in a lively Canadian household. His childhood was shaped by frequent moves due to his father's career. William Fox served both as a police officer and a member of the Canadian Forces, creating an environment grounded in discipline, service, and resilience. His mother, Phyllis, balanced practical work as a payroll clerk with creative pursuits as an actress, offering young Michael an early glimpse into the performing arts. Constant relocation taught him adaptability, while the warmth of his close-knit family nurtured emotional security. When the family finally settled in Burnaby after his father's retirement, in 1971, Michael gained a sense of stability that helped define his confidence and ambition. These early experiences shaped a personality marked by determination, sensitivity, and quiet strength. A teenager's shift. From hockey dreams to acting growing up in Canada, Michael initially dreamed of becoming a professional hockey player. Like many boys his age, he idolized athletes and imagined himself skating in the NHL. However, his smaller stature made competitive play increasingly challenging, forcing him to confront limitations at a young age. Rather than surrender to disappointment, he redirected his energy toward creative outlets. Music, visual art, and especially acting became new passions. At just 15, he auditioned for the Canadian television series Leo and Me, produced by the Canadian Broadcasting Corporation. Winning the role was a turning point. The experience validated his talent and introduced him to professional acting. Over the next few years, he appeared in small television roles in local productions, steadily building skill and confidence. This period of exploration marked the beginning of a career that would soon expand far beyond Canada's borders. The move to Los Angeles, a bold career gamble. At 18, Michael made a courageous decision that would change his life. He moved to Los Angeles to pursue acting full-time. The transition was far from glamorous. Like many aspiring actors, he faced rejection, uncertainty, and financial strain. Yet persistence became his defining trait. Audition after audition, he refused to give up. His breakthrough arrived in 1982 when he was cast as Alex P. Keaton on the NBC sitcom Family Ties. The role transformed him into a household name, portraying the ambitious, sharply intelligent young conservative. Michael displayed impeccable comedic timing and surprising emotional depth. Over 7 seasons, he earned 3 Primetime Emmy Awards and a Golden Globe. Around this time, he adopted the stage name Michael J. Fox to distinguish himself from another actor. His success on television not only secured his place in Hollywood, but also prepared him for even greater cinematic achievements ahead, becoming Marty McFly, a cultural breakthrough. Michael's leap into film history came when he was cast as Marty McFly in Back to the Future, directed by Robert Zemeckis. The time travel adventure became a global phenomenon, blending science fiction, humor, and heartfelt storytelling. Michael's portrayal of Marty, quick-witted, courageous, and deeply relatable, captured audiences worldwide. The film's success led to 2 sequels, cementing the trilogy as a pop culture landmark. His performance balanced comedy with vulnerability, making Marty one of cinema's most beloved characters. The role showcased his ability to anchor a blockbuster with charm and authenticity. It was more than commercial success. It was career-defining. Decades later, the character remains iconic, with new generations discovering the trilogy. For Michael, the film represented a rare moment when talent, timing, and opportunity aligned perfectly, creating a legacy that continues to resonate across cultures and eras. Expanding his range. 1980s. Film success. Following his breakout success, Michael demonstrated that he was far more than a one-role star. In Teen Wolf, he portrayed a teenager navigating identity and popularity with humor and heart. He later appeared in Light of Day alongside Joan Jett, blending drama with musical energy. In The Secret of My Success, he explored corporate ambition through sharp comedy, while Casualties of War revealed his dramatic depth in a harrowing war story. These varied performances proved his versatility. He could command a comedy, carry a drama, and convincingly portray characters of different emotional ranges. By the end of the 1980s, he had evolved from teen idol to respected actor. Audiences recognized that behind his boyish charm lay discipline and emotional intelligence, qualities that sustained his momentum in a competitive industry. Facing Parkinson's, a life-changing diagnosis. In 1991, at the height of his career, Michael received devastating news. He had been diagnosed with Parkinson's disease. The progressive neurological condition threatened not only his profession, but his identity. Initially, he kept the diagnosis private, continuing to work while processing its implications. Rather than retreat from public life, he chose resilience. Films like Doc Hollywood, For Love or Money, Life with Mikey, and Greedy reflected his commitment to craft, despite personal uncertainty. Eventually, he publicly disclosed his condition, inspiring millions with his honesty. His response to illness redefined his public image, from beloved actor to symbol of courage. Instead of allowing Parkinson's to silence him, he transformed it into motivation, advocating for research and awareness. His diagnosis marked not an end, but the beginning of a new chapter grounded in advocacy and purpose. A television renaissance, Spin City, and beyond. Michael returned triumphantly to television in 1996 with Spin City, created by Gary David Goldberg. Playing the witty deputy mayor of New York City, he once again demonstrated masterful comedic timing. The role earned him further awards and admiration. Around this period, he also starred in The Frighteners, directed by Peter Jackson, blending supernatural suspense with humor. His voice acting reached younger audiences through Stuart Little and Atlantis, The Lost Empire. These projects demonstrated adaptability and longevity. Even as symptoms progressed, his performances remained sharp and engaging. Eventually, he stepped back from Spin City to focus on health, but his influence on television endured. His ability to balance vulnerability with wit ensured that audiences saw not limitation, but continued brilliance. Guest roles, writing, and advocacy. In later years, Michael appeared in acclaimed series such as Scrubs, Boston Legal, Rescue Me, and The Good Wife, earning additional Emmy recognition. Beyond acting, he became a best-selling author. His memoir Lucky Man detailed his rise and diagnosis. Always. Looking Up reflected on optimism and resilience, while A Funny Thing Happened on the Way to the Future offered humor and life lessons. Through writing, he shared vulnerability without self-pity. He also founded the Michael J. Fox Foundation, which became a leading force in Parkinson's research funding. His advocacy reshaped his legacy, proving that influence extends beyond entertainment into meaningful social impact. Love, family, and personal boundaries. In 1988, Michael married Tracy Pollan, his former co-star from Family Ties. Their enduring marriage stands as one of Hollywood's rare long-term partnerships. Together, they raised 4 children, building a family life grounded in humor, loyalty, and support. Through career highs and health challenges, Tracy remained a steady presence. In later interviews, Michael spoke candidly about personal boundaries, including reflections on who he would prefer not attend his funeral. His comments emphasized peace rather than conflict, underscoring his desire for authenticity even in farewell. By expressing such wishes, he demonstrated self-awareness and emotional clarity. After decades in the spotlight, he continues to prioritize sincerity over spectacle. Conclusion: a legacy of courage and authenticity. Michael J. Fox's life story is one of talent, transformation, and extraordinary resilience. From a restless childhood in Canada to global stardom, from blockbuster films to courageous advocacy, he has continually redefined success. His journey illustrates that fame alone does not define a legacy. Character does. Through illness, he chose transparency. Through challenge, he chose humor. Through uncertainty, he chose hope. His work in entertainment brought joy to millions, but his advocacy brought tangible change to countless lives. Ultimately, his story is not merely about a beloved actor, it is about a human being who faced adversity with grace and determination. In doing so, he has shown the world that true greatness lies not in perfection, but in perseverance, compassion, and the unwavering pursuit of purpose.